A very good morning and welcome to the sports segment on the Weekend Show. My name is Abraham Yusuf, bringing to you all the happenings across the world of sport. So it's been an interesting week. In the NBA, we've seen the preseason coming to an end. In football, it's been all about the international break, which was rounded up this week, and club footballers returning to their clubs for different European competition. And the issue between Nigeria and Libya, where our players were kept hostage for over 12 hours at the airport. And with me today is Sam to have a conversation. Good morning, Sam.
Good morning, Abraham.
Yeah, so at this point, I'll not be calling you guest again because we like saying they do this thing now. So now, talking about this Nigeria-Libya issue, right? One question. Do you consider this act as an act of revenge or mind game? Because I was watching Tresekong's talk about it, and he said even before their match here in Nigeria, he apologized to their captain for the delay they had. I think they had almost 2-3 hours delay in our airport before they arrived at Uyo for the match, and he apologized. But then they were kept for over 12 hours. No food, no water, no internet, and it was a very closed airport. What do you think about the whole issue?
First of all, I see this whole thing as payback.
So it's revenge.
That's what I see it as.
Okay.
And if you check in the Nigeria case, it was not like we did our own intentionally. Why I said we didn't do it intentionally. We didn't tell them to go and land in Port Harcourt. That was the whole issue. The whole story, if you find out, it's not like it was our fault. It was never our fault. So we didn't offend them intentionally, let me use that word.
Okay.
Because if you check the whole story, they landed in Port Harcourt.
Yeah.
They were already on their way before they were telling us where they were, and we didn't tell them to go to Port Harcourt. But in our own case,
They diverted the airplane.
Everything, we told them we were coming, they directed it and kept us there for almost 12 hours. I was trying to imagine, most players, high blood pressure, for don't catch plenty, because fear
They're
will
not
catch
used to that kind of situation now.
because it's very scary. Imagine
Yeah.
it's your senior brother or your junior brother that's in Libya, and he's telling you, I don't know what's happening. They just kept us there for 12 hours. You will not be at peace. That's the truth.
Boniface even made a statement that someone should tell his mother that he's safe. To tell you how bad things are.
That's how scary.
So now there's a decision to be made by CAF. Yeah, and we heard that the hearing is tomorrow. Decision will be made on Monday, on the 21st. If you're a CAF president, what would be your take? What would be your decision on that? Should they forfeit the match, and who will you give the 3 points to?
As a Nigerian, I would say they should give us the 3 points. But on a serious note, now I feel they should just reschedule the match, but on a neutral ground.
Okay.
It shouldn't be in Libya. They should reschedule the match, but not on a neutral ground. I think that would just play it. And as a Nigerian, I know we'll definitely beat them. So that is too obvious.
I think that was why the players had the confidence that they will forfeit. They should just give them the point and all. Okay, so let's calm down. Now there have been accusations here. Early this week, I was watching an accusation on Kylian Mbappe. Yeah, and he's not just the first. It has been happening. We've had the case of Mendy. We've had Mason Greenwood. We have Anthony about assault and all. And now Mbappe, a whole Mbappe, literally the world best player at this moment, being accused of sexual assaults and scandals. What do you think is the cause of all this issue?
One thing I see is, I think, first of all, footballers should learn that they need to be very careful. You know, in Europe, I don't want to use the word, but that's just the truth. They protect their women very well.
True.
And look at the story of Dani Alves. I was telling somebody that the whole story of Dani Alves raping somebody, if you check it well, I was asking somebody, I said, imagine Dani Alves goes out and just shouts, I need a woman. I'm sure like 40 women will line up to follow him. And all of a sudden, he just brought up a story that he raped him. Mbappe came out to deny these accusations, which I know is definitely a rumor, it's a false accusation, because it's not possible. I was telling someone, I said, Mbappe now just go to a club or anywhere and just say, I'm single, I need a babe. Believe me, you'll get like 15 girls that same day.
It's Kylian Mbappe now.
Yeah, that kind of popular person. No man self going for that.
All right, so Thomas Tuchel, New England's coach, and he made a very bold statement. that he's bringing the World Cup to England in 2026. This is a team that we've watched in recent times. Okay, they're doing well under Southgate, yeah. At least they got to 2 finals, yeah. But do you think he has what it takes to deliver the World Cup to them in 2026?
First of all, my first advice to England
Yeah.
is they should retire Harry Kane, because I feel he's the bad luck in that team. Because I feel they should have won this last tournament. But the truth is, Tuchel, he has the whole criteria to win it, and I feel since he's not an Englishman, he
Yeah.
will definitely pick players according to
Their
their strength. Because there were times Southgate did some selection and we were wondering why did he do that. But this one, I feel he will pick players according to their performance, according to their display. He won't be biased. I feel that's one. And his assistant is an Englishman, so
Yeah.
that will also help him. So, but bringing the World Cup. oh,
That's a very big claim.
I'm a Nigerian, so I'm hoping the World Cup comes to Nigeria.
Okay, so Champions League football is back this week, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're all excited. But I'll pick one game in the whole fixture. And for me, it's like the biggest game. I'm a Barcelona fan. Yeah. I'm never excited when I face Bayern Munich. What's your thoughts on that game? Looking at the current form and the play and history, head to head.
Now, the truth is, in La Liga, Barca is the best team. They are topping the table,
Yeah,
right?
true.
Bayern, they're also doing well, but I feel in Champions League, Barca have not been exceptional.
True.
They have not been exceptional. So that match will still, and Bayern, sometimes they have been disappointing this season. They have been disappointing. Nobody believed Aston Villa would beat Bayern. Nobody believed
It's a big
that.
upset.
Everybody was expecting the match will be full of goals, or even at least they'll beat Aston Villa. Or, nobody was thinking of draw, and they lost to Aston Villa. So that match will be 50-50. It can be Barca, it can be Bayern. But I know, to give me joy, I would love you to be Bayern, so you'll be crying.
Okay. So what's your score prediction? I want to hold you to those parts. What's your score prediction for that match?
3-1.
3-1.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bayern winning.
Okay, so the other game, there are two big games. Bayern and Madrid playing Dortmund same day. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What's your prediction for that match?
In Champions League, we all know Madrid is the king,
Okay.
and Dortmund have been doing excellently well. I don't know if Bellingham want to do some kind of
that's
payback
true. Against his
against his
club.
former team. But did I say payback? No, they did him well, so it's not even payback. I don't know if he was going to honor them by scoring and not celebrating, all those kind of things, because he's an exceptional player. But for Madrid, Mbappe has not been very, very exceptional as we expected. Everybody was thinking Madrid would be scoring like 10, 20 goals per match
The Galactico
because
era.
of how Mbappe, Vinicius, Rodrigo, but things have not worked out as we expected. So you can't even just predict Bayern Dortmund. That's the truth.
All right, so let's come to the English Premier League, right?
Yeah.
We have 7 games. We've played 7 games, and Liverpool is topping the table here. Looking at the current form of teams, right? Do you see Liverpool sustaining and taking Man City off that trophy? Or do you think at some point, or do you feel your team, Arsenal, still have what it takes, to do something about it?
The truth is, I'm even wondering how Liverpool are topping the table, because, to be honest, if I should say you should mention 7 key players for Liverpool that are exceptional, you won't confidently mention that 7.
Sure.
So I feel it's just for a time. And I feel this season, I know now everybody sees it as a bias talk. I feel this season, Arsenal is going to win the league. So I feel we're going to overtake, because
A bold claim.
and number 2, remember Man City doesn't have Rodri, so they are going. Man City are currently struggling. Also, if you watch their match against Fulham, they are currently struggling. So I feel the thing will be tight, but I don't see Liverpool even top 2. I don't see Liverpool in top 2.
Okay, so let's look at this weekend's fixture. Yeah, we have big games, but the biggest of them all is Liverpool-Chelsea. What's your take on that match?
Liverpool-Chelsea, to be honest, with the Chelsea's preseason, I was thinking Chelsea will be a total flop. All of a sudden, Man U became the flop of the season. For now, Chelsea has been doing exceptionally well, apart from some few games that they misbehaved. So I am expecting Chelsea to kind of shock us. And if you remember last season, Chelsea didn't lose to big teams.
Yeah,
so I'm expecting Chelsea to do well against
So
Liverpool.
what's your score prediction?
My score prediction for that match should be 2-2.
2-2?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a fair point. All right, anyways, thank you for coming and sharing your thoughts, right?
I want
All
to
right.
say.
Okay, well, that's the much we have for you on the sports segment. Well, before I leave, these are the fixtures for the weekend. We have Tottenham Hotspur going against West Ham United. We have Fulham take on Aston Villa. We have Ipswich Town go against Everton. Manchester United against Brentford. Newcastle United against Brighton. Southampton against Leicester City. Bournemouth against Arsenal. And on Sunday, we have Wolves taking on Manchester City. We have Liverpool going against Chelsea. And Monday night, we have Nottingham Forest against Crystal Palace. But before I leave you, this is the question for the week. If you were to pick who would be your greatest coach of all time, would it be Sir Alex Ferguson, Pep Guardiola, Carlo Don Ancelotti, or Josep Mourinho? My name is Abraham Yusuf. Stay tuned. We have politics coming up for you on The Weekend Show.